Okay, one more to go and we are out of here. Oh, finally. Can start converting some other provinces at long last. Like these Buddhists. Got no time for Buddhists. Getting called for peace as well. Hopefully that's on Tibet. Yeah, Tibet have some banging modifiers for fort defense, but it's not enough to save them. Welcome to the fold. That didn't even cost a single point of diplomatic power. Hindustan now hate us. They broke our long-standing alliance. This is taking considerably long. Maybe I can just peace out for these two provinces. Soon. I swear. Just give me this land, please. And all your money. I will come for the rest later. And give me my trade power as well. And what of Nanjing? Nanjing is also Shun. Well, sure. Okay, now what? Let's get my troops onto this land. I'll dismiss any that I really don't want. And we can call it a day. Finally get a bit more military tactics. Now, the Orient are still in that coalition against me, so I'm going to start tarting them up a bit. Because I do want to take on more of their land. Don't know why I'm getting the Native American soundtrack playing at the moment, but it's pretty good. Probably my favourite packs packs of DLC that Paradox make are the music ones, because Andreas Walcroft is fantastic at what he does. Okay, right, we really need to consolidate ourselves if we're getting into a situation like this. A border with mighty Sweden. Troops are back. Time to make some vassals. Shun. Zo. And Tibet. Only 4 provinces. Yeah, okay. Shouldn't push me over the limit, right? No, well, I'm at 5 out of 6. I'm not having that alliance with Tibet anymore, with Armenia. It smells of danger. Okay, we are comfy. That goal is comfy. I'll keep some troops spread out across my vassals' land to help them out with any potential revolts. But for the most part, I'm getting rid of these infantry. Useless infantry. Alright, Golden Horde, looking pretty strong now. I want the Ori Horde out of the coalition against me so I can finish them off. On the other hand, I want more claims on them. Conquer Cockand. Armenia allied with the Ottomans. Fantastic. Interest in this Cockand though. Again allied with the Ottomans. What am I meant to do? Delhi and Khorasan are in a coalition against Timmy. Maybe I could use that to my advantage. But maybe I couldn't. They have the mission Block the Safavid Advance. Does anyone know what that mission is? Gives them conquest on Persia, Gujarat and the others. This gives me a somewhat cunning plan. Khorasan is a claim of the Timurids. I reckon they're going to be coming for it soon. So I'm going to increase relations with them. I'm not going to ally with them, at least not yet. Civil war for Lithuania. Still allied with Poland though. My idea is that I will get 100 relations with Khorasan. In fact, I'm going to set them as an interesting person. Same with Timur. And if Timur ever declares on them, I'm going to enforce peace. Let's get these heathens out of my country. It's not a good day to be Christian, that's for sure. Right, so I should be looking at these Zhou and Shun guys. Zhou has a lot less claims than I thought they would have, but Shun have plenty. It's time to destroy Ming the old-fashioned way. my vassal's already doing a nice job of converting. Look at that speed, 3.6% per month for Tibet. Good job. Two more provinces and then I can hopefully block off the Portuguese advance. I really don't want to come to blows over Siberia for them, but I really don't want to see them there at all. Might be little I can do about that. Gonna want that offensive idea group sooner or later. Oh, nice. More stability means better rate of religious conversion, so don't mind if I do. I could get around the coalition against me by the Oriate by declaring on one of their allies, Ayutthaya or Shan. If I was thinking ahead, I would have forged a claim on Shan while we still had a border, but I was not thinking ahead, because I'm a fool. But perhaps the International Bank of the Golden Horde can interest Ayutthaya with a mutually beneficial loan. Yeah, could be too risky. Ming has lost the Mandate of Heaven. I don't know what causes that. Do they have to lose a war or something? In any case, it's causing them a bit of revolt risk. Maybe I can help them out with that. That's expensive. That's really expensive. But why not? Unfortunately, I don't have any cores belonging to these guys. Yeah, nobody's really got cores on me, so I can't do that. But as long as Ming is not in negative stability and the ruler has decent legitimacy, they gain the Mandate of Heaven, which gives 10% blah 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 blah. Okay, so I wonder what kicked it off there. Yeah, they have got no legitimacy at all. Although they've got +3 stability. Utter insanity. They've managed to resurrect their army, so I don't think I'm actually going to keep funding these rebels. They're not helping me out. So where to go from here? I could subjugate the Livonian Order. They have some land that I think they'd be interested in getting back. Okay, I've been over my naval support limit for a while. Let's get rid of these useless heavy ships. The light ones can also go bye-bye. I don't really care about them. Yeah, I think it would be in my best interest to destroy the Livonian Order. Do I want to keep them as Catholic, or maybe I could annex them and release them as a Muslim? It's low base tax land, so they shouldn't have too much trouble converting it. My only concern is if I annex them, what'll happen to their cores? Because they're a very fractured culture group. No, I think I'll just keep them as a Christian vassal. I can convert the lands myself. What kind of troops you got anyway? Your tech's 16, so you're going to be blowing me the hell away. Those were not good odds. The great shame of the Horde, destroyed, brought to its knees by the Livonian Order. You mess with God, you deal with the consequences. Ukraine, back me up, please. Spare me the shame. This is a good bit of humbling to remind me that every Western power is going to be at least this strong in terms of technology. Punishing. We must colonize deeper. It was a hard war. We'll lose 1 stability or lose 300 ducats. The Golden Horde. Wipe our arse with money. If you take a piece of Livonian land, you can recruit Western units. Well, I could recruit... Until I get a core, I could recruit Western units. But I'm not sure if that's really the Golden Horde way. Okay, so Sweden is now forging claims on our land. I'm going to need a strong ally from now on within Europe. Don't think it's going to be France. But Austria is not outside of the realms of possibility. I don't think Crimea is really rival stuff right now. Problem is, if I ally Austria and we come to blows over Ottomans, well, the good money is in the Ottomans. Eesh. There's always Great Britain. The Ottomans see Austria as a rival. If I could get Ottomans back on my good side, that would be fantastic, and we might just need a common rival to do that. If I rivaled Austria, I could potentially get them on my side, and I could also see about getting another European who hates Austria on my side. I do hate siding with France, but can't deny they'd be a big help. Great Britain, when have they ever helped? Ever. That's what we'll do. Gonna name Austria our new rival. I'm gonna suck up to the Ottomans. Sweden is terrifying. Allied with Holstein, Hungary and Bohemia. Five technologies ahead of us militarily. I'm going to also subsidize the Ottomans for a long, long time. Not with any meaningful amount of money, but... Oh, hold on. Do subsidies, does the amount matter with subsidies now? Maybe it does. Damn. Just give an example. Let's say I were to subsidize our... Oh, vassal of Ottomans. It never gets any easier. Okay, well, who's small? Thuringia, if I were to give you... Is there a limit to how much I can give? What if I were to give you 4 ducats? How would you feel about that? Okay, you'd feel good about it. Huh. I think I need to play around with that mechanic a bit more. Yeah, subsidies scale. My old trick used to be just give somebody subsidies of absolutely nothing for a mutual increase in relations. Nonetheless, I'm going to subsidize them for practically nothing for a long time. It might not give any relations, but it might make their AI think here's someone who's subsidizing me. Don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a try. You don't learn anything if you don't try. Mission to colonize somewhere. Oh, I'll be on that as soon as possible, mark my words. Poland's getting some Prussian patriots loyal to the Livonian order. Let's hope I can get this war wrapped up sooner rather than later. Not that I think these patriots are really gonna nail the coffin into mighty Poland, but let's not take the risk. Military access. Absolutely, Ottomans, we are friends after all, isn't that right? Let us celebrate with a marriage. Let us not. Okay. I'm happy to take this military complacency event as long as it happens after I get my next tech. There we go. I like the sound of invincible. Okay, now we have chambered demi-cannons, which could well be a game changer. They're finally a level of cannon which is somewhat useful. So when I come to a big battle, I will be using cavalry entirely backed by artillery. Come on, Livonia. Even Ruthenian patriots now. What is happening to Poland? Okay, this is good. It's fantastic that those rebels popped up, because when I come to make my peace with these guys, I get a bonus. You might see it there. Revolts in Livonian order, plus 20. Even though those revolts are in my occupied land and they are loyal to Livonians, still gives me an advantage at the peace table. Making my vassal so nothing else really matters, and I want you to keep your cores. Doesn't really give me much aggressive expansion with other countries because I'm a horde, with my 50% reduction in aggressive expansion using this CB. Welcome to the fold. Right, where now? Ugh. I quite like that legitimacy. What if we invent a cannon that shot more horse archers at the enemy? 10 out of 10. I'm streamlining our conversion of Kaffa. I want to expunge the disgusting Greek culture from our country. Okay, we're still rivals, but at least we got positive opinion. Persia's been really flattened there. If they lose a bit more land, I could vassalize them and get them their cores back. But I would need to plunge my way down towards them. I think we'll start expanding down through Kara, try to cut off the Ottomans. Don't think we can really call Lithuania a rival anymore. Come on, Ming, break down. Let's get some revolts going. Oh, that was fast. Orient chewing up Manchu again. Yeah, infantry is garbage as a horde. Take a look at this. It's the only infantry I can have all game. Eastern Archers. 1 pip in shock and 1 pip in morale. And I will never get better units than that. Look at this. This is the list of all the infantry I'll get. Even when I get to technology 30 or more, I'm still just stuck with Eastern Archers. Same with my horses. The best you'll get is Eastern Steppe Cavalry. There are some workarounds to recruit better ones, but as a horde you get 20% extra cavalry damage. And you get 25% shock bonus if you fight on planes that you own. So, a lot of good reasons to have a primarily cavalry army as a horde. Timurid versus Delhi, tribal conquest. How do you feel about me, Delhi? You feel good. This is just the opportunity I need. I'm going to increase my relations with Delhi, I'm going to get an alliance, and I'm going to enforce peace on Timi. I should take over as war leader. In the run up to that, I should be preparing my troops. I want to keep you guys and you guys there for taking care of revolts. Ah, damn. How strong are the Timi anyway? 2 techs behind me. Nops, but a buttload of manpower. Right, I'm gonna recall you because you're no longer needed there. Keep you guys there though. Okay. Let's get the cavalry on the case. 35,000 cavalry should do the trick. No, not the diplomat. Part of me really wishes I took religious ideas, but if I'd done that... Ah, Portugal! I hate you so much. Ruining my borders. This will not stand. Allied with Aragon. I'm gonna burn you, Portugal. Fairly terrifying bunch of peasants you got there. What is your problem, Kiev, anyway? You just can't keep it together. Poland can't keep it together either. They're letting these revolts run wild. It's good for me if they defect to my vassals. Why do Iberians want Siberia? Madness. Am I really gonna... Ah! Go away! Just go away! I got my alliance with Delhi. Wherever we go, we must revolt. Not that I care much about the alliance with Delhi, but it was important to get my relations with them over 100 so I can say, hey, Timmy, back off. Enforce peace, Delhi, and they won't say yes, which is good. We have become leader in the war. That's exactly what I wanted. And because this war started a long time ago, Timurids cannot call in their buddy Ottomans, so as part of my war reparations I'm going to force them to break that alliance with the Ottomans. Of course that does mean I've got to defeat them, but look at that pissy little army. It shouldn't be a problem. Forthwith. Get a bit more morale for my troops. Whoa, okay, Ruthenian patriots are steamrolling here. To the point where I might benefit from having more troops to defend. I mean, what is Poland and Lithuania doing? Dying. Let's keep that piety high for the bonuses. Do you have any tips for the Ottomans in the first 50 years? You are the strongest nation in the world, so conquer Karaman, conquer Ryazan, conquer Dulkadir, conquer Kandar, take your core off of Ak. I can't remember if you have a core on Trebizond or not, but if you do, take that. Kill the Byzantium. It's not complicated. You are enormous. You are very strong. If you run out of manpower as the Ottomans, you need to severely look at how you conduct war. Maybe you're leaving too many troops sieging a province. You don't need more than 2,000 if you've already wiped the enemy army. Okay, so now Portugal have decided to embargo me, so maybe they're looking for war. Well, they can have it. As soon as I'm done with Timmy. Hopefully I can get this war with Timmy done before words failing me here. Hopefully I can have this war with Timmy done before Portugal are able to finish off their colony there. But what do I want from Timurids anyway? I don't have any claims on their land. Could certainly get Bollockstan back on the map. Khorasan have a lot of cores. I'm going to drag Khorasan into this war. They're going to say no, and then I'm going to vassalize them during the course of this war, and then I'm going to give them their cores back as a peace offer. Fortunately they are Sunni, and that's quite a lot of cores. That should take a big chunk out of Timur. They're already at war with Timur, but that's okay. I'm afraid your own Horde bonus is not good enough, Timmy. Not when I've got superior military. Now Khorasan's already in this war, but hopefully they should make a separate peace. Yeah, you're right, that's mission for Kokand. Ah, it's gone. We will survive. Disgusting Kaffa scum expunged, which means I'm going to culturally enrich the province. I got no room for Greeks. Busy scum, go home. Yeah, it's a shame Timmy's couldn't make it to their final form. It's mostly desert and they're probably going to wreck them. Come on, Ukraine, hold firm. They just couldn't hold firm. And that did it. These Portuguese are making very fast progress with their colonies, but I really cannot afford to be fighting them right now. I don't think they would be able to march over, but they would be able to dock a lot of troops over here, and they would destroy me. I might just have to come for these provinces another day. They're low base tax, so I'll be able to convert them without too much bother, but I'd just rather not. Don't know what it'll take for Khorasan to make separate peace, but I need them to do it. I could even just diplomatically annex them, diplomatically vassalize them. Okay, Ottomans getting a bit too itchy on the trigger finger there. No need for such harsh actions. Yeah, honestly, Iberian Siberia is disgusting. Should not be tolerated. Ukraine just gained a province, I think. They didn't have Podlia before, and it looks like they might be getting a little bit more. What? These provinces were, or these rebels were loyal to Livonian Order, but it was Pomerania that ended up getting them. Probably because Pomerania is independent, whereas Livonian Order is not. I think rebels favour independent nations. A shame. . I'm trying to be quite careful not to let my manpower dip here, because if the Ottomans see me as being weak as a result of this war, probably won't hesitate to try to destroy me. Although, much to my surprise, they haven't actually forged any claims on us, so they don't even have a casus belli upon me. Oh yeah, EU3, it was far too easy to let other nations colonize. I mean, I'm all for making it possible, but where do you draw the line? No general. No problem. Okay, what more disgust do you have for me? I'm at the very least taking this one away from you, Portugal. You're not having it. Oops, a daisy. That 5-shock general that the Timurids have is terrifying. So why do you make all the other streamers look like such crybabies? Shen spent all day crying about things not working how he wanted them to. Shen. You've got to roll with the punches. A lot of things have gone wrong in this Golden Horde campaign. If you were watching the first streams, yeah. Whew. Don't get me started on the Great Novgorod War. This'll be easy. I'll have this war done by Christmas. Why is everyone dying? Why do I have no manpower? Right, I'm actually going to pursue this this stack, see if I can't wipe them off the face of the earth. Yeah, Iron Man is fantastic. I can't see what anyone has to complain about it. It's entirely optional, and it's just there to stop you from just saying, oh, that didn't happen, and reloading the game. Do I have any unaccepted cultures that I could culturally motivate out of my country? I don't think so. Damn shame. I hate investing in this tech. I don't need it. Where did those Bobby Timmards go? Paid. It is payday. Yeah, I feel you there. My PSU blew out on me a couple months ago. I wasted no time in replacing it. There was no time. Okay, I'm going to take a very short toilet break and grab some water as well. Portugal are very close to finishing off this colony. I mean, really close. Should I go to war with them? That's the question. And if I go to war with them, should I burn or steal that colony? I think I wouldn't have time to convert its culture and religion if I stole it. But it would tie them up a bit. Anyway, war with Portugal, yes or no? I'll be back in just a minute. Walk quietly and carry a big stick. That's some very good advice, Guztag. But it's not Horde advice. And I really don't like these guys existing. Plus, they embargoed me. That's just not kosher. Of course, they're going to attack either from here or here. And I have no troops with which to defend these areas. Plenty of manpower, though. They might attack from here. Aragon could become war leader. Well. Hey. Let's have a bit of excitement in our lives. Oh, they managed to complete this province anyway. Oh well. Jeez. Let's build up to force limit and beyond. Hopefully Khorasan gets some separate peace in this war, and then I will use my newfound Cassis to destroy them. Also, I managed to get this one. I'll be having that. Thank you kindly. Spain doesn't exist in my game. Yep, let's all be very thankful for that. Now I really hope the Ottomans don't rip into me. God, that would be devastating. And I don't mean that in a go on, do it kind of way. Okay, so here's a little piece of advice for our aggressively colonizing friends. When you take a colony from someone else, it's going to have their religion and their culture, and it's going to remain that way even when it becomes a full-fledged colony. However, if you send a colonist, when that colonist arrives, it will flip the culture and religion to yours no matter what. Now I'm going to have just enough time to get my colonist there and flip its religion and culture, and then the colony will finish. It'll save me doing both manually later on. Nothing I can do about this province here, but it's only one base tax. It should be simple. Where'd all my money go? I can't really afford these extra guys, unfortunately. But hopefully, when I've dealt with Timmy, we'll be okay. I want Khorasan out of this. Korea? You can always lower colonial maintenance to make sure he gets there in time. That is correct. But I've got my eye on it down here. Golden Horde takes no prisoners. It gives me a little bit of a look into what Portugal has overseas. They got some Mexico. But I think Castile, despite being gimped to the max, still has a majority of the overseas share. Oh, they won't for very long. Oh, we've got 7 ports left. Rip. Attempts to ravage the remains of Timmy might not be working out quite as well as I'd hoped. That's okay. Ah, call for peace. Well, at least I got plenty of diplomatic points to waste. Suppose I should make a move on these guys here as well. Start withdrawing some troops, prepare for the inevitable. Yeah, they might not come for me, that would be great. But it never really works out that way, does it? Come on, Zabulbastan, get out of this war. Let's have a look at chat. Can be a beige Russia. I've never this is really, I think, the only game where I've actually conquered this part of Russia, except for World Conquest. I've never played Muscovy, but I've played Novgorod, but I end my empire here because I don't want to extend into Russia very often. I'm doing it as Golden Horde out of necessity. If I don't have power behind me, then I've got nothing. Good morning, Archangel. I have been streaming for 3 hours. During that time, we crushed Ming, we crushed the Oriate Horde, we integrated most of our vassals, and things have generally been going alright. Portugal seem utterly uninterested in defending their Siberian colonies. Can't blame them, they are disgusting. But I really want Khorasan out of this war. Suppose I have alternatives for what I can do here. I could give Khorasan back enough land, but not so much that I can't vassalize them myself later on. But I'd really just rather get it done in a oneer. These guys. Will you be trying a Foix or Orléans playthrough? It's certainly not something I've planned. An odd question. Any particular reason? Come on, Khorasan, just end the war. A nice white peace. Ka-ching. Okay, you forced my hand, you irritating nation. I'm going to take these two provinces And I'm going to return possibly the province of Khorasan to Khorasan. Gotta make sure they keep their base tax low. That would make it a total of 8. And that one on top of it should be okay. What's it called? Herat. And I'm going to break your alliance with the Ottomans. I'm going to take all your money. I'd love to get Bollockstan out of you as well, but I might just take some more land on top of it. Anything low base tax is good. It's not too much, is it? It's not part of my culture group, right? Yeah. Turkmeni. Oh, I love the Turkmeni people. Naj Jihad. I don't think so. Since they lowered the requirement, I don't feel... You know, it's just 500 provinces. Now back when it was conquer Africa, Europe and Asia, now that was something I could really get behind. But I don't have the drive to do it anymore. Especially when there's fun to be had as a horde. Right, this seems satisfactory. The important thing is to break that Ottoman thing. I'm going to core this. And I'm going to core most of this. Cheap enough to do. Five admin power to core this. Jeez. Okay, next up, vassalize the buggers. Oh, okay. They would still accept that kind of vassalization. That's okay then. Let's have it. What nice people. You could call the series Hipster Natch. I'm so torn. Okay, right, our colonist arrived just in time to make this a Tartar and Sunni province with no overextension. So even though it must be about 70 Tartar people practicing Muslim practices, for all I know about them, and 900 or so are Portuguese people, the province is still considered my culture and religion, so I'm happy with that. I freed up my colonist as well, so what should be next? I want to cut them off to the north as well. I need an alliance, and I can't get it while I'm at war with Portugal. Damn, my indecisiveness on what to do with Khorasan have cost me a bit of time here, and it could end up costing me having them as a vassal. What would I consider the most difficult start? Okay. Granada is probably the most difficult one I've ever succeeded with. And when I say difficult start, I do not accept running away as a viable alternative. So, like, for Granada, I don't accept running away to Urbino and becoming a Catholic HRE member. That's just disgusting. Granada is very difficult. Chimu is also very difficult, but as soon as you nail Inca in one war, you've already got it done. And you're just like any other native. The trouble with Granada is even if you somehow survive, you're always under threat, you know. Castile always are going to want to destroy you. The whole Christian world wants to destroy you. Ryukyu is not particularly difficult. You're safe on your island. Ryukyu's downfall is that it's pagan, but pagan has its own strengths. So yeah. Now, what am I going to do with Portugal? I suppose I could just fight them in another war. Get peace with this one. You think something, something, something is the most difficult. Okay. Yeah, I could get peace for all of my money, but we'll just have to wait it out and hope that Khorasan doesn't somehow become stronger. Also, it turns out we've really overestimated the military might that we're going to need. I should probably just delete these characters. Missionaries costing me so much money. When I did Granada, I moved to Mecca. That way, we didn't run away. We were just on a very long Hajj. Now that's the kind of reasoning I can really get behind. That's quite funny. That is. Come on, Portugal. This is a meaningless war. I'll give you a concession, a defeat, and that's the best I can offer you. And now we can get our... I need positive relations with Khorasan to get that alliance, and I hated them because they broke my alliance twice. Might be because I forced them to break it. Anyway, I got military access from them just to push us over the zero boundary. What's the size of Portuguese army facing you? It was over 100,000, but they weren't fighting me. They didn't sail over. Come on, one more vassal for me. Ka-ching. Okay, now this is good. I've got this vassal with quite a few claims on the Ottomans. Sorry, not the Ottomans, the Timurids. Not that these claims have much time left. Okay, they're valid until the truce ends with the Timurids, so I need to declare on the Timurids as soon as that truce is over. And declare I shall. Unfortunately, Ming and the Orient have a few bees in their bonnet about me, so we'll try and improve our relations with them. Yeah, I mean, America had that kind of truce. Yeah, maybe truce is the wrong word, but I mean, they prevented people from colonizing land that they wanted. They said, no, this is and always will be American land. Yeah, it seemed to work for them. By that time, they were strong enough that people wouldn't mess with them. I'm actually going to remove the Orient as a vassal in the hopes that, as a rival in the hopes that they see me as less of a threat. Okay, even Persia is gunning for the Timurids. Could be handy. I'm going to sell this province to Khorasan because they have a claim on it. They had a claim on it. Guess I'll have to core it for a staggering 10 admin. Gonna start claiming Timurid land. It's nice and wealthy, it'll make me strong. It's my culture group, it'll be easy to core. I really don't want to invest in that, but there's nothing else I can see worthy of spending my diplomatic points on. Could recruit a bunch of admirals. It's not worth converting any Russian cultured provinces, because I want to keep Russian as an accepted culture. Ah well. Never know, we might need that. Same when British pushed the Netherlands out of the Americas. Didn't actually know that. But there you go. Persia want military access, they absolutely cannot have it. I want Persia to lose one more province so that I can vassalize them. At the moment they're just a little bit too weak, too strong. Could focus on Kara. I do have land of theirs that I have claims on. It's Shiite land, unfortunately. Yeah, I convert culture because for role-playing purposes. I mean, it's not really a big problem having this province as Greek. It's only 2 revolt risk. But the Greek disgust me. So I'm going to remove them and culturally enrich them until they embrace Mongol lifestyle. Besides, we've got nothing else worth spending our diplomatic power on. It's just sitting there. Okay, good. Kara are going for Persia. That should make Persia small enough to deal with. I'm kind of dripping over with vassals. Oh, alliance with Delhi. That goes right on the top of the list of things that I don't want anymore. They're far too big to be diplomatically vassalized, because these provinces are worth loads. Okay, things are looking real good for a Golden Horde. I'm going to call it a day there. I've been going for 3.5 hours. Things have actually gone pretty steady. The Great Eastern War, we sucked a lot of money out of Ming, and the road is paved. I'm sure we're going to come to blows with the Ottomans sooner or later, but we are ready. I mean, we're only 5 technologies behind them. Okay, with that, calling it a day. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember, never settle for greyskin. Good night.